unnecessary vlog.
That time again where we are going to be going over my perfume journal for the month. But before we do, I just wanted to kind of talk to you, a little bit of a chit chat here really quickly before we get started. First thing, oh my gosh, the weather is freezing now and it is so dry, and like I feel my skin like scaling up, and my nails are taking the brunt of it. Like my nails are so brittle and cracking and breaking, and like they all keep on breaking off. And then this one today was like the final straw. I was like, okay, I need to do something. This one here, you can see it's like breaking off. Like all of them are breaking off so short. So what I'm gonna do is when I'm done here, I'm going to give myself a hot oil manicure. I'm gonna chop all my nails down really short and just let them start over from scratch. I'm gonna put on like a really nice, nourishing, clear polish. You know, like Nail Envy has a good one, and I think like Essie has one as well. There's lots of different like the nourishing, clear nail polishes that they have. And then I'm gonna coat my hands in some really good, like thick cream, and I'm just gonna wrap them up in some gloves and just wear them like that all day long, so I can really get some moisture back in these hands. And I may give myself a pedicure too. I don't know, but it's like it's so dry out, like so my nails need like a really good, like nourishing treatment. And then also I wanted to tell you that the way my eyes are, when I just use my regular eyelash curler, I can't hardly get the corners of my eyelashes. My eyelashes naturally want to go like straight down, especially on the corners here. They want to go straight down. And it's hard with this. Like it's not round enough for my particular eye shape. And I can't really get into those, I can't grab those lashes in those corners. So what I bought that has really been a game changer is, I'll use my normal eyelash curlers, for the rest of my eyelashes, but then I got this eyelash curler thing here. And so this was like maybe $6 on Amazon. And you can get in those corner pieces there and really lift those up. So that has been a game changer for me recently. And then third, I am going to be spending so much money at the vet this month. Out of all the months, it could have been any other month, but it has to be the month of December, which is, the month where, I'm getting all these Christmas presents, and we got it like, I feel like the month of December is when, I'm spending the most money on stuff. So it could have been any other month, but it has to be this month. My two dogs need to go to the veterinarian's office. Poor Sadie, my silver lab, she has an ear infection. So we got to get that checked out. And then so I was about to call for an appointment for that. And then I noticed Derby's butt, Derby's rectum. She's my bulldog, my French bulldog. She had this I was like, what is that on your butt? She like this round red thing on her rectum. And I was like, ooh, like we need to get that checked out. And then it popped and it's all like oozy and drippy. And I was like, oh, so it's some sort of cyst or something. But so both of them are going to be going to the vet tomorrow. And I was just looking at them like, oh my goodness. I told Penelope, because we have a third dog, Penelope, and I told her, I was like, you can't get sick. You can't get sick. I'm taking your sisters to the vet. You need to stay healthy for me. So anyway, I think that's all I wanted to catch you all up on, as far as my life in general and different little chit chat things I wanted to mention. So now let's get into the perfume journal. Not this month, but next month, I'm going to be doing a couple changes to how I'm going to be doing the journal. I'm going to be doing it the same way, but I'm going to be adding some other things in, because there are some times where I love to wear my my body sprays, and maybe not a perfume that day. I just want to wear nothing but my body sprays. But I don't have like a section for that in my perfume journal, and I should. So I didn't do it this time, but from now on, I'm going to start adding a section onto my perfume journal of how many body sprays I used that month. And also, you know, which ones did I wear the most of, you know, same thing I do with the Middle Eastern and the celebrity and the designer slash niche and all that. But I'm going to really enjoy that because I feel like I never, like, I don't know why I've never like mentioned these before or added these to my journal before, because they're, you know, they're scented and they're nice. And sometimes this is all I want to wear, you know, versus like a perfume. So that's going to be different. And yeah, okay. So I think that's it. So let's go into the month of November, which I cannot believe the month of November is already over. Like, oh, wow. Okay. So during the summer months, if you remember correctly, it was around the 80 something perfumes total. Yeah, like around 80-ish perfumes total during the summertime. But during these colder months, I've noticed a decline for sure. Last month in particular, that one was a really little month. It was 55 perfumes total last month, which was a huge drop from summertime. So November, my perfume total for November is 65 perfumes. 19 of those were Middle Eastern. 5 of those were celebrity. 41 of those were designer slash niche. 12 of those perfumes I used more than once. 21 out of the 65 perfumes were new releases. 4 of those perfumes were travel sprays. 7 of those perfumes were samples. And my perfume average per day, which means like how many perfumes am I wearing on average per day in a month, was 3. I'm averaging wearing 3 perfumes per day. So now let's go into the most worn. So for the designer slash niche, I wore Green Lover 2 times. Love that perfume, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. That is one of my top favorites now. Like, it is just so, the sweet vanilla mixed with the mints, like, ooh. And then Mirabelle, I wore 2 times. That one, like, I really enjoyed it when I first got it in, but now like I'm like loving it because this creamy vanilla, like it starts off creamy, but then it starts to the creamy sweetness starts to die down a little bit and starts to get really aromatic, kind of like a minty vanilla type of vibe. But the sweetness dies down in it. But then the sweetness comes back in. Like in the deep dry down, it becomes even creamier sweet vanilla mixed with this aromatic, and it's like, it's cooling kind of feeling, but also like warm, spicy at the same time, which is like an odd combination, you know, like a cooling and then warm spicy, but it's like in the same perfume. Really interesting perfume. Absolutely love it. And then Bombshell Soiree. Arguably one of the best bombshells that has ever come out. Like that, oh, that, if you are like a sweet pear and peony girl, oh my gosh, you got to get your hands on that one. So I wore that one 2 times. And then Heavenly Dream Angel, I wore 2 times. That one, I think I finished it up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I finished up that bottle because I didn't have too much of it left. So those 2 times, like, emptied it out. Really enjoyed that perfume, like a fruity strawberry. It's powdery, fresh, floral, and even the amber and the vanilla in the base is not like a thick, dense amber vanilla. It's more of like a powdery, light amber vanilla. Like I loved that scent. And will I be repurchasing it though? I don't know, because I have a lot up here. So I don't think I will right now, but it was a very nice perfume while I had it. And it may enter my collection again. Who knows? And then I wore Musky Aldehydes 3 times. That perfume is like right up there with Green Lover. Oh, it is the most expensive smelling clean. I am not just a clean girl. I am like, I feel like Paris Hilton clean. Like, it's the best way I can describe it. Like, so fresh and clean, and the aldehydes in there are not like, you know, don't be scared. Don't be scared if you're not into aldehydes, because they're not like your typical aldehydes. These are so modern and smooth and nothing sharp, and just fresh and clean and sweet and feminine. And oh, I love it so much. And it lasts all day into the night on my skin. So one of my very, very favorites. The only thing I don't like is the name, Musky Aldehydes. Like if somebody were to stop me, go away, bug. If somebody were to stop me on the street and say like, oh, what are you wearing? I'd be like, Musky Aldehydes. Like, that doesn't sound very appealing. So I hate the name, but I love the smell. Now, of course, I could get Blanche by Byredo, because that's what Musky Aldehydes is duping, but that's more expensive. And do I want to buy the more expensive version just because the name sounds better? No. But what I could do is, since Musky Aldehydes is a dupe for Byredo's Blanche, if somebody were to stop me on the street, I could just, in theory, tell them, oh, it's Byredo Blanche, you know, or, oh, I'm wearing a dupe for Byredo Blanche, you know, instead of actually telling them, oh, I'm wearing Musky Aldehydes. Like, anyway, okay, so I wore that one 3 times as well. But the one I wore the most was Proud Mary. Now, let me explain, because this, I believe this is technically like a Middle Eastern. I believe, if I remember correctly, I think this is in, they were created in the Middle East. So you would think this would go in the Middle Eastern category, but it's like this, it's more expensive and luxurious, and I don't know, you guys. So for instance, the, which one is it? Oh my gosh, I almost dropped an expensive perfume. Okay. The Nevitis Perfumes. I think these are Middle Eastern too, right? But I never put this in my Middle Eastern category in my perfume journal. I never do that, because this is so expensive. It's luxurious. It's like, it's just different than like I would never put it in the same category as like my Al Rehab, with this. Like, it just, I don't know. So the designer / niche category that I have here is, I guess, kind of, it's just a blanket term for particular perfumes, is what we'll say. Because I would put this in the designer / niche category as well. I would not put it in the Middle Eastern category, you know, next to like a Latafa or something. So I don't know. What do you all think? I don't know. So I put this in the designer / niche category because she's so luxurious and she's more expensive, and it is niche, I believe, because I don't think it's technically indie. This is niche, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So this one, I absolutely, like, I figured I would enjoy it, but I love it. The jasmine in here is so well done, and it's warm, spicy, woody. I wasn't expecting the little bit of earthiness that I get in the base of this. The vanilla in here, just really love this perfume. And so yeah, so I wore her 4 times this month. And like I said, I'm gonna keep her, like, I thought about this for over 3 hours, you guys, deliberating on where I would put her. If I would put her in the Middle Eastern category of my perfume journal or my designer slash niche category. And I went ahead and decided on the designer slash niche. So yeah, so that's where she's at for this month at least. I don't know, unless you all convince me that maybe I should move her. I don't know. You all tell me. So now let's go to the celebrity, how many perfumes I wore the most as far as celebrity perfumes go. I wore Intimate Fantasy 2 times, and that one is, it's a very creamy, sweet, musky, vanilla, like it just, oh, it's so good. So it was very comforting. It has a comforting feel to it. Then I wore Believe by Britney Spears 2 times. That one is a really good, like, fruit chewy, like a juicy fruit chewy. But the celebrity perfume I wore the most this past month was Stash. I can't remember if she was one of the ones that I wore the most last month too. Do you all remember? I don't know. Can't remember. Yeah, yes, Stash was one of them from last month as well. Yeah, so this one is such an amazing, expensive smelling, woody, warm, spicy, a little sweet smelling type of, it's really interesting. The woodiness, like, I don't have another woody perfume like this in my collection. And I think it's because of that particular wood, that Soyloya wood, whatever that's called. It just gives it this unique smell. I just really love it. So yeah, oh, and my husband loves this on me as well. He compliments me on this every time I have it on. He's like, oh, that smells so good. So yeah, so that one is the celebrity. Now let's do a Middle Eastern. We've got Alicia Sweet Banana. I wore 2 times. That one is like a really nice coconut tropical banana scent, but it's very like airy, a little aquatic. It's not like heavy and dense. It's very like airy, fresh. I wore Lugin 2 times. I finally got a full bottle of it, you guys, because I just had the travel size there for a while, but I finally picked up a full bottle. I'm not a huge fan of the lid, but the actual bottle itself, I'm okay with. But the lid is kind of weird. But anyway, but this is becoming one of my favorite white florals. If you like a really vanilla, creamy, sweet, like bold white floral, something that is like smooth, it's so smooth, such a smooth, like expensive smelling white floral. That is one to try for sure. But the Middle Eastern perfume I wore the most this past month was the Yara Elixir. This one is, I was just not expecting to love this perfume. So like, I figured it was going to be one of those where I bought it, I enjoyed it, and then I would pass it off to my daughters. But no, like, this is a really good one. It is a grown woman gourmand. This sweet strawberry cake, but the jasmine in here makes it so sexy and so grown, and it brings this sophistication to it. So it's not like, I would not consider this to be like juvenile or youthful. Like, this is a grown, sexy woman gourmand, sweet gourmand. really love this perfume a lot, a lot. So technically these are both Middle Eastern. See, this is where I'm at. Like, do I put this in the Middle East? Do I not? I am so confused on this particular fragrance and what I should do with it. But technically these are both kind of Middle Eastern. So, but we'll say this, you know what? We'll say these two are my most Middle Eastern perfumes, that are the ones that I wore the most this past month. The Yara Elixir and the Proud Mary. And then for my celebrity, it was Stash, for sure. Oh, you guys, if you have not got your nose on this one yet, like, why? Like, it is so inexpensive and it smells absolutely amazing. And then, so if we were going to the designer direction, then it would be the musky aldehydes, which I do not have in this room at the moment, but I'll put up a picture of what it looks like, because it's the one from Dossier. But yeah, so those are the most worn this past month in November. And I think that is the last thing I have to share with you. So yeah, I can't believe the next time that we do this will be the end of December. It will be the end of the year. We'll be going into 2026. It will be past Christmas. Like, I feel like this whole year has just been flying by, you guys. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you later.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.